I'm paralyzed from my chest down from a motocross accident, and this is my story. So this is exactly how I crashed and basically what happened after the crash. So I was racing motocross January 6th, 2024, and I was in Taft, California, out at Honolulu Hills. Um, the jump was 120 feet, I think is like where I went. So this is my helmet. I went from the air. I was probably like 30 feet up in the air, 25, 30, going like 55, 60 miles an hour. It was a 120-foot jump. My bike shut off, landed straight on my head. So the helmet is cracked all the way through, all the way up and around this, up this right here, and then all the way down. Obviously not on the mesh, but then right after the mesh right here. So it's all cracked there, and then it's cracked down the jawline, and then all over. That's crazy. That thing literally saved my life. I jumped. It was like 120 feet. My bike shut off. The rear wheel stopped spinning, so the whole bike went forward, and then I like landed just like this, and hitting the ground like that. I landed on my head and shoulder, obviously, and the bike came down and crushed in my back. So basically, right here on the bike, came down and hit me, broke my back, crushing my vertebrae in and moving my spine a whole bunch, which caused my spinal cord to get hit. And so that's the reason my brain can't talk to my legs anymore, is because the way that your brain talks to your legs is through the spinal cord, and my spinal cord's messed up. So it's like taking a mouse plugged into a computer and just cutting the cord. It's all messed up. So after I landed, I remember like hitting the ground and rolling for a long time. And like I put out my arms and legs, or I tried putting out my legs and then laying there. And I was like so out of it. I tried grabbing off my goggles, off my helmet, and I couldn't even do that. Like I literally reached once and then couldn't, and then grabbed twice and then just fully ripped them off and threw them. And I was laying there like I had the wind knocked out of me, but I've had the wind knocked out of me a lot, so I knew not to like panic. And so I just laid there and like I controlled my breathing, and my breathing came back. Um, and then so then the EMT lady, she came running up to me and she was like, "Are you okay?" or whatever. And I was like, "Yeah." So they were like asking me all the questions, making sure I wasn't concussed or anything. Um, so then we went through all that. They started cutting off my clothes and loaded me up onto the backboard. And then we went to the hospital. And at the hospital is where they did the x-rays and found out that I had a spinal cord injury. And then we had some phone calls made into Cedar Sinai, and apparently there's like a huge wait list to get into Cedar Sinai. So there's like a whole story on like the girl at the hospital being like, "No, you're not going to Cedar Sinai. Like, you guys are crazy. You guys can't get in there." To her literally getting a phone call in 2 minutes that like saying that we have papers to go there. Um, so yeah, there's a whole story about that with my dad. So maybe we can tell you guys that eventually. But yeah, and so then we went to Cedar Sinai. I had my 5 hours of back surgery, and it was exactly 12 hours that my back was broken. From like when it was broken to when I was getting surgery was, yeah, 12 hours. So yeah, it was crazy. I was at that hospital for 1 month just recovering because I got SMA syndrome also, but luckily that cleared up within like 3 weeks. So I couldn't eat, couldn't drink water, nothing. Um, yeah, and then we went to rehab, which was a month. They taught me how to live, not how to walk, nothing like that. They taught me how to live, which I'm grateful for, but they should also teach you like recovery. But I don't know, whatever. So yeah, that's my story. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Please throw all your questions and comments in the comments, and I'll keep trying my best to answer them. And don't forget to follow me right here. If there's a little red plus, go ahead and hit that follow button. So thank you everybody for watching. Goodbye.